In the headlines, bandits invade villages in Taraba State, kill 3, abduct 16. Fire raises shops under Apagbon Bridge in Lagos. INEC to release guidelines for 2023 elections by April. Black box of crashed China Eastern jet recovered after 3 days. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I'm Zainab Bala. Hello and welcome. Now, bandits have killed 3 persons and abducted 16 in 4 villages in Gasol local government area of Taraba State. Reports say the bandits operating on motorcycles invaded the affected villages on Monday night. In Karar, 2 persons were killed and 1 other person abducted, while in Ndiao, Batija and Kwatan Sendire, 4 persons were abducted in each of the 3 villages. According to reports, the bandits were alleged to have crossed from Plateau State, where they were chased by a 4 combined team of soldiers and police to set up a camp at Hermoy and Shaful Forest in Gasol area. Reports say the bandits have threatened to attack the entire villages in Gasol chiefdom and warned of consequences their hideout is revealed to security agents. Confirming the attack, the police spokesperson of Taraba Police Command, DSP Usman Abdullahi, said victims of kidnapping are not promptly informing the police, adding that relevant information on the activities of the bandits is hampering police investigation and action. A soldier attached to the Joint Military Task Force in the northeastern Operation Hatlinkai on Wednesday reportedly opened fire on unarmed civilians and in the process killed 3 civilians and injured 13 others in Mafa town, Mafa local government area of Borno State. Reports say the soldier, alleged to be under the influence of drugs, killed the 3 civilians on the spot, while 13 other people sustained gunshot injuries. Meanwhile, the spokesman of Theatre Commander Operation Hatlinkai is yet to respond on the issue. Still ahead, Kaduna State Government on Tuesday said the death toll in the Sunday's attack in Kaura local government area of the state has risen to 34, including 2 military personnel killed in the attack. The State Commissioner, Minister of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, stated this in a statement. He named the locations attacked by unidentified assailants as Sonje, Agban, Katanga, and Kadarko, all within Kaguru chiefdom of Kaura local government area. According to the statement, 2 military personnel were among the 34 killed, with local residents making up 32 casualties, while 7 people were injured and are receiving treatment, as well as over 200 houses and 32 shops burned, while 3 vehicles and 17 motorcycles were vandalized in the attack. Persistent bandit attack on the people of Niger State, north-central Nigeria, caught the attention of the Nigerian Senate on Tuesday. The leadership of the Senate wants security agencies in the country to be more proactive in addressing the situation. The report.
Issues of banditry and kidnapping is not new in Nigeria. The question, however, is whether or not the security agencies in the country are equal to the task. The Deputy Senate President, Ovi Omo Akeke, following a point of order raised by the Deputy Whip, Senator Aliu Sabi Abdullahi, representing Niger North District, asked that agencies in charge of security devise new means of tackling the situation as the old style seem not working. Rising on Order 42, Senator Abdullahi drew the attention of the Senate to the recent onslaught by bandits in his senatorial district. The lawmaker lamented that the bandits, who came in large numbers from Zamfara State, attacked a police station at Nasco town in Magama local government area of the state. The divisional police officer, some of his colleagues, and residents were among those killed by the bandits during the attack.
On Monday, 14th of this month, the bandits in large number, riding on motorcycles with sophisticated weapons, left their Zamfara forest, abroad, and came into Niger State through Mariga local government and Rijau local government. As a result of this, they moved in and had a temporary camp in a town called Libale. Libale has a forest and that forest is contiguous to the ones leading to Zamfara. And having came to Libele, they encamped there in Anaba ward of Magama local government. Mr. President, on Tuesday, they proceeded where they launched a massive attack against a tomato company in Magama local government, that is NASCO.
Responding, the Deputy Senate President, Hovi Omoagege, commended the quick intervention of security agencies in the area, but noted that a lot still needed to be done against these criminal activities.
Having indicated the route that these bandits are perfected for use in perpetuating these criminal activities, one would have thought that the security agencies will actually do a better job in quarantining that environment. But from your personal explanation, it's also clear that they've done their best. They were not unmindful of that, and they were able to at least come back with a reprisal to take them out. But would have wished that they took a proactive action, not an action coming after lives have been lost.
The Senate thereafter held a mini silence in honor of those killed by the bandits.
Firefighters struggled to put out a fire outbreak under the Carter Bridge in Lagos. Eyewitnesses said the fire began at the early hours of Wednesday at the popular Akpagbo market under the bridge. Carter Bridge has been cordoned off to motorists as the fire rages on. Some number of fire trucks have raced to the location with firemen scrambling to put out the fire. The popular shopping area is worth billions of naira and stores are densely packed together. Emergency workers led by National Emergency Management Agency Zonal Coordinator Ibrahim Farinloe said integrity tests will be carried out to determine the extent of the damage on the bridge. He said the bridge will be closed to motorists for a period of time. Policemen are deployed to the area to manage the situation.
For a specific number of time that the Federal Ministry of Works will determine. The extent of damage cannot be assessed now. The Federal Ministry of Works will have to carry out integrity tests, and the integrity test will determine how long that the bridge will be closed down. As at the time we received the distress alert to this time, no report of casualty. However, because of the activities of the boys around there, we don't know whether any one of them had sustained any injury on the premise that they were trying to salvage goods, or more or less, I don't know whether they are salvaging or they are looting. That cannot be determined now because we don't know who are the real owner of the shops. But as at now, we are taking control of the whole situation. The boys have been managed, and I just asked for more deployment of policemen from the National Police. Though IG is in town, so more effort will be put. So we may have to stay long there. The IG may decide to come here.
Still ahead, police in Ekiti has arrested a woman, Felicia Ademiloye, and her son, Adeomi, in connection with the abduction, exploitation, and rape of a teenage girl 3 years ago who left home for an extra lesson in preparation for WAEC and thereafter reported missing by her parents on March 2019. The police spokesperson in the state, ASP Sunday Abutu, said the investigation revealed that the suspect lured the teenage girl to their house and drugged her on the fateful day. She disappeared and could not remember to go back home, and now a drug addict due to the amount of drugs she consumed within the years of her enslavement. ASP Abutu said Adeomi had a series of sexual intercourse with the teenage girl and has also given her to different men on many occasions, each time he did not have money, who had sex with her and paid him between 10,000 naira and 20,000, and presently about 8 months pregnant. The police further said during interrogation, Adeomi confessed to the crimes and that he and his mother will be charged to court for conspiracy, abduction, rape, and child exploitation. Still ahead, Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Wednesday deferred hearing on the application seeking to extradite the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari to the United States of America to face trial over his alleged involvement with an internet fraudster, Ramon Abbas, popularly known as Hush Puppy, till April 27th. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, in an affidavit filed in support of the extradition application, said he is satisfied that the offense in respect of which Kyari's surrender is sought is not political or trivial. Malami noted that there is no criminal proceeding pending against Kyari in Nigeria, bordering on the same offense for which he is wanted in the USA. Meanwhile, when the matter came up on Wednesday, Kyari's lawyer, Nureni Jimos, told the court that his client is yet to be served with any of the processes the AGF filed against him and would not be able to respond to the extradition request. Kyari is wanted in the U.S. standing trial for conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, and identity theft. Now, still ahead, a few days to All Progressive Congress National Convention, Senator Sani Musa, representing Niger East Senatorial District of Niger State, is seeking support of members of the House of Representatives to realize his aspiration. Senator Sani said if voted in as national chairman, he will transform the All Progressive Congress, a political party institution that will impact positively on the country and Nigerians. He said he would ensure reconciliation, reorganization, reconstruction of the party, as well as tap on the constituency project of parliamentarians of the APC to better the lives of Nigerians.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria, given a responsibility to interact with some of the strong leaders of this country, I do not think there is any responsibility that I will not be able to sit, being it a participatory one, that different ideals will come in. I don't see how I will not be able to steer that ship. Your Excellency, my leader, my respected honorable members and colleagues, there is no any other time that we can make APC what it should be than now. What is that thing that APC should be? We should make APC a strong institution. Instead of making APC having strong individuals, let's as much as possible make APC have strong institution. Be a strong institution where policy formulation, where leaders can be groomed, where the welfare of Nigerians can also be looked into because we are closer to the people.
Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, says the regulations and guidelines for the 2023 general election will be ready 10 months before the election. This is contained in the INEC Daily Bulletin issued on Tuesday, following a hint by the INEC boss when he received a delegation from John and Catherine MacArthur Foundation in Abuja. The INEC chairman recalled that in 2019, the Commission faced the challenge of time constraint due to the uncertainty that trailed the electoral legal framework, which resulted to the Commission signing off on the regulations and guidelines on January 19, 2019, few weeks to the elections. Yakubu added that INEC had virtually finished the processes. You're watching Trust TV News Updates coming up. Windstorm destroys 50 houses in Nasarawa State. Details of this story and more after the break. Do stay.
This is Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Trust TV News Update. Here are our top stories. Bandits have killed 3 persons and abducted 16 in 4 villages in Gasol local government area of Taraba State. Property worth billions of naira is lost after fire razed shops on the Agbakon Bridge in Lagos. Still ahead, broadcast media practitioners have converged in Abuja to chart new calls for the industry ahead of digital switch over from analog. Public and private stations meet at the Broadcast and Digital Media Convention 2022. The report.
The convention attracts television and radio stations as well as broadcast content producers from all over the country. Director General National Broadcasting Commission NBC Shehu Lela advised stations against breach of the NBC code during political coverage of the 2023 elections. Lela warns that NBC would not hesitate to sanction any broadcast station violating the law.
I urge all broadcast stations, they must be used, or they must allow their platform to be used, and must not allow it to be used as a tool of sabotage. I urge the broadcast license must be used as a tool of enhancing democratic gains for peace, not blackmail.
Minister of Information and Culture, represented by Adebayo Shitu, said the broadcasting ecosystem will benefit from the digital media convergence.
The benefits of digitization to the industry players and the public at large are numerous. The global economic indices have continued to signal that we have to double our efforts in achieving successful digital migration. At this junction, I want to commend the efforts of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria in partnering with the NPC and other major stakeholders in ensuring digital migration that will be beneficial to the Nigerian public.
Chairman of Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria, BON, and Chief Executive Officer Multi Choice Nigeria, John Ugbe, speaks on the convention.
Well, it's just the frequencies that are being allocated to 5G. There is some interference for broadcast stations, especially C-band and some of the other equipment in the broadcast industry. So we're calling on the government and the Broadcasting Commission to look very critically at this, because you do not want to interrupt broadcasts on air. So it's important that this is taken into consideration during the allocation of frequencies.
The benefit is very wide-ranging. Wide-ranging in the sense that today you hear of YouTube, tomorrow you hear of Twitter, and next tomorrow you hear of Instagram and other platforms. The platforms are being multiplied by the day. Even some Nigerians have started their own startup, what they call the fintech startup. So you never know what comes up the next day. So it's only through such convention we have today that you have to get knowledge of a new channel of broadcast, digital broadcasting.
Attract television and radio stations as well as broadcast content producers from all over the country. The Director General National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) Shehu Lela advised stations against breach of the NBC code during political coverage of the 2023 elections. Lela warns that NBC will not hesitate to sanction any broadcast station violating the law. The convention will end on Wednesday.
Now, at least 50 houses and property worth millions of naira are destroyed by the rainstorm in Ambasi community in Kokona local government area of Nasarawa State. Heavy downpour lasting several hours is recorded in the area. Abubakar Abdullahi reports.
Accompanied by a heavy windstorm, the evening rainfall in the week rendered many families homeless and washed away farmlands of Ambasi community in Kokona local government area of the state. Also affected by the windstorm were the buildings of primary school, worship centers, and economic trees. Dalhatu Danladi is the village head of the community whose house is affected by the disaster. Said apart from the houses destroyed, the rainstorm washed away food and some domestic items. The incident is a natural disaster from God Yesterday, after Maghrib prayer, there was rainfall with heavy storm. In the over 100 years history of this village, we have never experienced heavy rainfall like this. Everybody is affected by the destruction. The head teacher of the primary school and a youth leader in the area, Habila Nangba and Aliyu Baka respectively, as well as Audus Aku, a resident of a nearby village whose house was submerged, said the disaster is causing a lot of hardship on them, but appreciated God that no life was lost.
It was yesterday, the rainfall. It's unfortunate that it has destroyed the school. These are very structured. It has submerged the structure. That nowhere this abuse restricts. The school that has capacity of over 200 pupils,
and we experienced this rainfall with a heavy wind that blew some of the many houses in Ambasi. And in fact, we have not even experienced this kind of heavy rain in our life. And it was very devastating. In fact, it's a kind of a catastrophe that entered our community. It affects people's lives seriously in the sense that where to sleep now, some of our people doesn't have where to sleep. So it means when for now, if you do not have house to sleep, you know what it takes. So it's a kind of a serious problem.
We are really touched, though there was no injury or loss of life, but it is a huge loss. They call on government to assist them in order to enable them to rebuild the destroyed structures. We are appealing to government to look into our plight to assist us.
we are praying as we are appealing, government will come to our aid.
Therefore, we in serious need of a very meaningful individual and very concerned people, unlike government, in various levels, so that they should come into our aid and help our people so that we should have a way of repairing the house so that they should have a normal life.
Government should make effort to assist us. Kokona local government chairman Awolo Adamu, while reacting to the development, said the news of the incident came to him with shock, promising to report the incident to the appropriate authority for prompt action and appeal to the community to be calm.
I'm calling for those people, the affected people, that they are residing at Ambasi to exercise patience. So what happened? And by His grace, we use our good office, our good government. We have the governor that had people in heart. I also have them in my heart. I will report the incident to the appropriate authority to ensure that they intervene.
From Lafia, Abubakar Abdullahi, Trust TV News.
That's quite a tragic one. Now, in business, lingering foreign exchange scarcity in the country has continued to worsen, even as the exchange rate on the parallel market is inching towards 590 naira per dollar. According to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the development may lead to massive job loss in the manufacturing industry, among other sectors. Reports say on Tuesday, the exchange rate stood at 585 naira per dollar and 785 naira per euro on the black market, as against the 582 per dollar last Friday. This is coming as banks have also limited customers' access to Forex, placing a cap of $20 per month for online transactions. Development comes over 8 months after the Central Bank of Nigeria stopped the sale of Forex to bureau de change operators and promised to boost liquidity in commercial banks. A black box has been recovered from the crashed Chinese passenger jet carrying 132 people. Spokesman for China's Aviation Authority Liu Lingsong disclosed this on Wednesday. He said the flight recorder from China Eastern MU5735 was found on March 23rd. 3 days after the crash, there are no signs of survivors, yet officials have refrained from declaring all of the passengers dead in what is almost certain to be China's deadliest plane crash in nearly 30 years. Hundreds of firefighters, officials, and volunteers have scoured the rugged terrain near Wenzhou in southern China for signs of the 122 passengers and 9 crew on board the ill-fated flight, which crashed on Monday afternoon after losing contact with air traffic control. And that's it on news updates. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Zainab Bala. Thank you for watching.